Okay, follow along as I read through this. The 2-hour assignment is difficult. It's a difficult assignment for being so simple. Let's start with what it is not. It is not a reflection of a memory. True, you do have to work with memories, but work with are the operative words here. In order to do this paper, you have to juggle multiple memories. The assignment is not asking you for a creation moment as it happened, but a creation moment as you may construct it. Here is an example. Say you are a terrific whistler. You can put your fingers between your teeth and let out with an ear-splitting whistle. You couldn't always do this. In fact, you learned it back in junior high as a fluke. You have no idea how you learned it. Honestly, you don't. It doesn't really seem to be a good subject for this paper, but really, it is. You say, I don't know how I learned it, so how can I write about it? Did anyone in your family ever whistle in this particular way? Yeah, my Uncle Dave, but I never talked to him about it. Okay, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you have some model, but he wasn't a model. He never showed me anything. Doesn't matter. You can use him anyway. You need 3 things to write this paper: ability, previous knowledge, and experience, and an experience. Here's how it works with Green's excerpt. He had a natural ability as a writer. He found Bowen, his previous knowledge, and he had an experience with Carter on the stairs. When he saw Carter on the stairs, the other two, the natural ability and the nerve and the previous knowledge, came together in an aha moment. Did it happen exactly as Green says it did? Did he read Bowen and the next day see Carter and boom, he had his topics? Probably not. He is more than 30 years away from those years in public school when he is answering the interviewer's question. He is a writer. He has license to make up, or at least to rearrange things to fit the bill. That's what he does. He takes available memories and brings them together in a dramatic scene in order to give his reader an experience. After all, he was in the give my reader an experience business. He was a novelist. You're not a novelist, but you have the same problem to write this assignment, and it is writer's problem, and it is important to learn if you want to write. Learn it if you want to write for the rest of the papers in this course. The problem is to take life's detritus, its flotsam and jetsam, its random bits, and from them write narratives for a specific purpose and audience. That's writing. We are not in the business in this course of just writing, as in I did this, then I did that, then I did some other thing in the end. That is not an essay. Writing essays means that you craft and conflate and manipulate your world and your memories to write for some purpose. And behind this purpose is always a question. Essayists pursue a question. Montaigne's question is generally, how can I know my mind? What's your question? Oh yeah, how did I become a terrific whistler? Right, well, you recognize the fact that you've always whistled, the sort of thing where you whistle a tune. Your father, working in the next room, used to yell at you when you were a kid to stop the GD whistling because it annoyed him. Then there was Uncle Dave, who you rarely saw, but recall one time when you saw him put his fingers between his teeth and let out with a terrific whistle in order to get his dog back. And finally, there was a moment when you really needed to employ a shrieking whistle, didn't know how to do it, fumbled around trying, and then out of the blue something your uncle told you or showed you helped, and you were able to do it. You were able to do that terrific through your teeth whistle. I know, you never talked to your Uncle Dave, but you need some sort of previous knowledge in order to do this assignment, so you fudge. You tell us that Uncle Dave showed you how to do the shrieking whistle, but, and this is important, you couldn't do it around the time he showed you. This imitates what Green does with Bowen. He did not know to write like Bowen. By merely reading him. You didn't know how to whistle like Uncle Dave by just watching him do it either, but later on, in the midst of the experience of needing to whistle, you channeled Uncle Dave. And basically, you learn how to whistle. That's it, okay?